Carson Beck taking over quarterback for the Canes. The two of us discussing the transition from Georgia, his health following Tommy John surgery, and season expectations out of the team's first practice this week. We're here with new Canes quarterback Carson Beck. Carson, we know there's so much expectation on you from yourself and for this team this season. Just how do you approach it given your experience, knowing what you face?
Yeah, of course. I think the biggest thing for me is just maintaining the approach of just go out there, have fun. Again, go work with these guys. I mean, it's a new group of people for me, right? A lot of new faces, a lot of new guys, right? There's a lot of turnover from last year's team to this year's team. So just continuing to build these relationships as we go into fall camp. And then ultimately for me, just approaching it the right way, continuing to, build a rapport with wide receivers, O-line, tight end, running backs, continue those relationships, and then ultimately put in the work with them and then translate it over into the season.
How different is the feel here versus Georgia?
I don't know if there's a difference. I think every team in the country at this time of the year is excited, right? There's an energy, a fire, right, to start camp. You've put in all this work since January, from workouts to runs to player-led practices, all these meetings, right? The whole entire offseason and what that kind of entails, and all college football players understand what that's like. And it ultimately leads to this feeling where you're the day before camp, you're about to start the season, right? There's this fire, this energy inside. So, I mean, again, you can feel it across the room, across the board with all these different guys, but obviously, personally, I feel that way. So.
You start the season against Notre Dame. It's Sunday Night Football, almost an NFL feel for that. What's just the excitement level of knowing that you guys are the only game on at that time against a top 10 team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be a really cool opportunity. Got a lot of big games this season, right? Got a lot of home games as well. So it'll be cool to play at home. My second time playing in Hard Rock, actually, because we played Florida State in the Orange Bowl back in 2023. Or I guess it would have been 2024 at the time because it was like January 1st. But again, I'm super excited to, play in front of these fans, play with this team, new coaches, new guys. Again, it's going to be a big time game, big time moment. So,
what's something about Mario Cristobal that you didn't really know he would be like when you actually met him in person?
Yeah, I mean, he's a very intense coach, but at the same time, he balances it really well and is very calm, cool, collected with his approach. You can tell just by the way he talks, he means business, right? He's not going to play around with you. He's not just going to say something and not mean it, right? When he says something, when it comes out of his mouth, like he means it, like you better tighten up and listen, right? And I respect him a lot, the way that he coaches, the way he leads this team. He's the right guy for the job, and he's done a great job here at Miami, just continuing the culture of what the U is.
How do you feel about the chemistry right now with the wide receivers? Who are you on the best page with right now?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the chemistry has progressed very, very fast. Obviously, building that rapport and chemistry in the spring was a little bit more difficult from a physical aspect, right? Actually being able to throw to them and all those types of things. But again, I think that whole room is very talented from top to bottom, from Malachi Toney at his young age, right, to, CJ Daniels, Keelan, being the older vet guys that have transferred into the group, and then everybody in between. So again, I'm just really excited to keep working with those guys and then ultimately carry it into the season.
The guys in front of you, you've got a lot of size, you've got a lot of skill, potential first-round pick. And Francis, we know what he can do. He says you got to pick up the dinner tabs, by the way, for all the wins. To have that unit in front of you, how much of that was a reason for coming here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a huge reason, and a lot of a quarterback's success is, again, due to the people around him, right? Not even just the O-line, but the wide receivers, the running backs, the tight ends, right? The defense. I mean, the whole team as a unit. That's why we play football, right? The quarterback can't win the game by himself, but having CC, and not just CC, but that whole entire O-line. Obviously, he's the leader. He makes that thing go. But I mean, the work that they put in, the after hours, the meetings, you got Mirabal leading them, right? He's passionate. He loves what he does, and it kind of just carries over across the whole entire team. The energy and passion that they play with, they lead the way. They run the show, and they know that, and they want that. They expect that. So this year we'll be behind them, and they'll lead the way.
Good luck. Thanks so much for the time, and everybody's watching.